Hi guys, how you doing today? I'm doing okay, I guess. Just woke up. Um, my coffee's in the big jar over there. Big jar over that way, towards my curtains. Um, I don't know. Just woke up. The kids were hungry. Kids, I say kids because my cats. I call them my kids. They were hungry. Always hungry. I walked past and Puff was calling my name every time. Mom! Mom! So I grabbed her and, like I said, the floor is still lava. I'm cleaning up in here and it's just the same way as it was before, but none of them want to touch it. Oh, I think I broke my cats. I don't know. All I know is anytime I try to do any preventative anything, Squeaky looks at me like, heck no. I don't think so, woman. No. I found out that roll of sparkle I got has 3 strands in it. So I could take it apart and make it really thin like in the regular yarn. So that's a pretty good thing. Um there isn't much else going on. I like I said, I just woke up. I'm listening to see what these brats are doing. As soon as I wake up, then they start doing their little cat shenanigans. Puff. And goes Henry out there. Oh, she's guess over there. Does that, then we don't want to watch. I think he might have just sneezed though. Sometimes he does. That cat's sneezy, coughy, anything weird that a cat can do, he does. And gross stuff too. That's why I was happy to find that stuff for their digestion, because I just now I did try these vitamins. I'd got them a while ago that had mushrooms in it, and twice I gave it to him, and it didn't sit very well in Puff's tummy. So, and they're over there making these coughing noises, so I might have to pause because nobody wants to hear that. It's Doobie getting squeaky. Leave me alone, he says. She's wanted to pick on him ever since she came home, so she gets into Charlie's business, but not as often as Squeaky. Like, she's really giving it to him. Eh, Now, I haven't noticed, and she should have gone into heat already, but I haven't noticed a heat yet. However, she is starting to respond to um catnip. So she's matured, that's for sure. She just hasn't gone into heat yet that I noticed. Except for that one day I sent, about 2 months ago, I sent Pam that one video of her just meowing, and I was like, what the heck? And she says, when he was about her age. Well, I haven't had anything like that since. Maybe she was meant to be a boy cat. I do call her Sir Dubious Maximus. I thought dubious was a word, but I know it's indubitably, but yeah, I have a hard time saying that word too. But, dubious. I thought that was a word. I knew I was using the right word. I shouldn't make your song be sung again because, um, right down there, not to be relied upon. She's suspect. Extremely dubious assumptions. So dubious is a word. And it's perfect word for her. Not to be relied on. Well, she's reliable to be a jerk to the other cats. Instead of a biscuit and everything else. Fly flying around my head. I'll catch that one. He landed on me a couple of times when I was sleeping last night. Laying on my face. Yeah, I know. They poop every time they land. I probably should order some cat litter. Though, they seem to be okay with the... There's 2 boxes. There's 2 boxes out of the 5 they like to use. It's like they get filled up so fast. And then the other ones, so you know what I do? I fill them all. But once the one gets full, I throw all that stuff out and replace it with the one that isn't full. And just rotate them. Because they have an opportunity to go wherever they want to in the boxes, but they don't take that opportunity with all of them anymore because the floor is lava. I mean, Charlie, she won't even come over here on her own. And you know she used to be right here all the time. Squeaky used to be in my lap all the time. None of them wanted nothing to do with me. Because it means going across that floor. Maximus! Dobby! Thank you. Squeaky, will you quit being a whiny witch? Just because she went next to you? Doobie quit attacking the old man. They want nothing to do with this electric comb I got. I went to go brush them with it. They were... And don't tell me they can't hear it because when I turn it on, I can hear it. So, I mean, if I can hear it, they can hear it. Like I said, they can hear me go across the street and go yell, whisper their name. So if I can hear that thing on, then they can too. And it is kind of electrifying. I did actually have the electric touch me, and I was like, ooh. It was just it was a minor little shock, but it was there. I don't know how to describe it to people that never licked a battery. I'm not going to say what kind because the people that have know what kind. The ones that haven't don't need to know. Oh, sorry. My hand was itching. I don't know what I'm going to be doing today. I never know what I'm going to be doing today. I pretty much just, like I said, I just woke up. I got my coffee and got their food and took care of my basic needs, and now it's time to just live another day. If you consider this living. I consider it existing. Comfortably existing. Living is out and about and enjoying your life with somebody, and or maybe not with somebody, but just out and about and enjoying your life and having fun. And me, I'm eating and sleeping and vlogging. That's it. Eating, sleeping, vlogging, eating, sleeping. That's existing. And I mean, I guess it could be a little bit luxurious because at least I've got vlogging. Stop it, Dreza. I used to exclusively vlog for him. I'd put it on, that one setting where it's not quite private, but you have to send a link to somebody. I forgot. I used to set him in that and just send him the videos because he'd like to see me go on my bike. I have no passion to do that anymore. He'd like to see me go to Walmart. He never saw Walmart inside a Walmart. I never did much of that because in public places they play copyrighted music, and I think they do it on purpose. And I didn't have the skills to cover up. Because you know me, I can't shut my mouth. So I used to exclusively just vlog for him. So to me, again, it's been 2 months, and it's like I'm hitting the aftermath. All of a sudden, it happened, and all of a sudden, just now, I'm like, why? I know why. I've told you many, many, many times why. It's just, and I know why. I just need to get over that. And it's weird because I thought I was. Again, it's just there's certain things I used to do on my daily schedule and my daily basis that I don't have to do anymore. And it's some things that I've lost my passion for because every day I'd hear, "Good job, hon. Good job, love. Good job, love." Every day. That's so awesome. You did a great job. Except for like the past year. But again, I like I said, it feels strange to be talking to a camera to 165 people. Thank you. And not really having a point or a plan. But I only did it for him at first. So I think we'd be okay as friends, though. Would be okay as friends. But I couldn't get back into a relationship with him. To tell you the truth, if he does live in Australia and yada yada yada, that ain't working. That is not working. Because there's, I can't even get my birth certificate. I wrote away for my birth certificate. I heard back from them We're refunding your money. They didn't even tell me why, and I forgot to call them. I need to call them. We're refunding your money. I forgot to call them because I've been busy. Pam says she's aiming for Christmas. I says, I don't know. I don't know. I might still be needed here. But I'd love to go. I really would love to go. I really need to go. I do. But I also need to get that real ID to be able to fly, which means I have to actually go to a Secretary of State. So I'm hearing birds outside. Sometimes I don't know what time of day it is. I looked on the clock and it said 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. I don't know. I used to know the time and the weather every day too, in Celsius. I couldn't tell you that right now. Doobie, you're being quiet. I'm suspicious of you. Little brat. Little brat. I don't even know what to say today, guys. Like, I don't do anything. I don't. I'm just trapped in this box, and I try to find the cheese at the end of the day. You know, like a mouse in the maze. That's what I'm always doing, running around trying to find the cheese at the end of the day. My stomach. Why are you doing it every dang time I go to talk to you? My stomach has to make an appearance and announce that it's there. My stomach, their stomachs. I watched Pam's birthday vlog the other day. Or maybe I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know if she's publishing that or if she's already published it or if I was getting it was unlisted. It's unlisted. If I was getting an unlisted view or what. But I saw it. And I wrote to her, I says, well, I'm glad it was a happy birthday, but it looked a little empty. I was supposed to be there. And I was sitting there, I was watching them play cards, and I'm like, I should have been there. I should have been playing them cards. They went in the ocean. I should have gone in the ocean. They went to Buc-ee's. I wanted to go there. That would have been cool. I don't know. I just looked at her and says, looked like a fun time, but it was awfully empty. It did. It seemed so. I don't want to say a nasty word about it because it wasn't a bad vlog. It just was lacking some elements. And I know what it was lacking. Because every time she was walking, I'm like, I should be right there giggling with her. But circumstances made it. I apparently don't have a birth certificate or something. However, my mom, I remember specifically it saying on my birth certificate, Berry County. My dad said Inkster. Inkster is not in Barry County. Hastings and Middleville, which we did used to live in. And I'm thinking Hastings are in Barry County. But I remember specifically my certificate saying Barry County. Just like I said, Inkster is not Barry County. Inkster is, I think, Wayne County. So, okay, if it said Barry County, then in 74, there was some sort of maybe asylum or something in Middleville. But in Hastings, Pennock Hospital was there since 1923, it said. And it was definitely there in 74, and it's still working today. So I think that's exactly, I remember the name Pennock. Because I remember looking at my birth certificate. I remember this stamp on it, mom and dad's name. I'm almost positive now, Pennock Hospital. I'm gonna try again. So I'm just sitting here. I just went and reapplied for my birth certificate. And now I'm gonna fill out the form for my Social Security card. People are like, you don't know where all this is? Do you know how many times I moved? And how many people have probably looked at my shit and gone, oh. I don't mean my Oh, it's just saying that I requested this form. Why do they need a piece of paper to tell me that? I already knew I requested the form. Squeaky, I swear to everything underground, if you knock everything down that I'm doing, I'm kicking your little teeny tiny butt. Let's see. Well, where do we get to the actual form? And you didn't send me an envelope? Man, you people are cheap. You didn't send me an envelope or nothing. I just got to send that back to you, too. Yeah, that's all that was in there, right? No envelope? Let's see if this says it. What are you doing, Charlie Puff? Get off of my typewriter! She's over there mushing everything. I didn't get it for her to lay on. I got it for her to... Oh my gosh. And goddess help you if you put the wrong thing in the wrong box. They'll be like, oh, you don't exist. I think it was my free government phone. One time I was applying for it. Oh, you've been approved, but you haven't gotten it. Because I put 75 instead of 74 in the box, so I didn't match up. Therefore, I didn't get it. And I didn't know how to get a hold of them. I ended up talking to people in India. That's what I ended up doing. These cats are getting on my last nerve today. And my last nerve happens to be in my coffee cup. You're weird. See? There she is. She's in my face. What the heck, dude? Did you get into some catnip? Or are you guys just weirded out that I'm sitting at the table instead of in the bed? It's kind of weird for me too. I need to close that. I unpacked my suitcase yesterday. Screw it. Yeah, I unpacked my suitcase yesterday. There was a gift in there that was Pam's, and I was going to take it with me. But it's packed. This box, I'm sorry, I didn't get it out Tuesday. I'm not getting it out today because I'm not getting out to the mail. This is freaking late. But it's heavy, and I need to be able to get to the mailbox. And just schedule has not been to where I can get to a post office. And I gotta find an appropriate box because all I'm doing with this one is I'm taping some paper over top of it and hoping it'll do the best, you know. I haven't mailed a box out in many years. My mom has, but I have not. She's playing in that tent. I know she understands. She probably would have loved it. I would have loved to have sent this out, in August or something. But it's getting to these places with a box like that. It's kind of heavy to carry. It's not too heavy to mail off or anything, but it's kind of heavy to carry. And I can't put it in my backpack. It's too... So I would have to literally hook up my trailer just for this box. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that, guys. I'm going to figure something out. The reason they didn't send me a SASE is because they didn't want me to send it back to their office, their big, office in Washington. What they wanted me to do is to walk into the Social Security office closest to me and go ask for my card, which means I need to mail this to the Social Security office closest to me, which means I need to get a stamp. Or I can go get an envelope, put it in the envelope, and I think I can have them pick it up. Not sure if they could do that for the box. I'm not sure. Because if I have to wait till Monday anyway, so I could just do my research and see if they'll pick it up from my house. That'd be nice. They're always dropping stuff off. They might as well pick something up too. But again, I got to figure out how to secure this box to make sure that it does. I have another idea. Take another box and shoe glue it to the top of it. It ain't opening then. You're not opening that shoe. But this piece of hair just wants to stand straight up. Is it? Where is it? There it is. I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on. I'm going to do some research and see if they'll just pick it up if I use my debit card to mail it. But they won't do that with this box. This box has to be weighed. So, but they can do that with this Social Security card. You know what? They gave me this huge... Let me try not to show you information. 3-page You know what the form is? The form is this. Then they gave me this whole 3 pages of this. Like, okay. Oh. And all they want back is this part. Trying to prove who you are just to go within your same country? Really? I hear the birds out there. They're out there just yelling at my last nerve. I was saying it's in that coffee cup over there. And I need to go get it. Well, I got that all addressed. Now I gotta get a stamp. It's not being able to get places sometimes is just a pain in the neck. To simply just go to the post office, right? But they're only open whenever they feel like being open. And if you're not there at 1:30, you've missed your time slot to be able to mail anything. They'll pick packages up, but they won't pick letters up. Because I already just looked into the USPS. I could print one out at home. Do I have a printer? No. So, and as for them picking that box up, how do they weigh that? Do they ask for the details later? Well, no, because USPS, because I order stamps through them, would probably just use my debit card number. I don't know. This whole mailing stuff's a pain in the neck when you can't get places. Oh, so I left my coffee over there with the light on. I need to go turn that light off and get my coffee. Well, I also figured maybe you're not going to see me at this angle. Ah! I figured might be a little loud for you. Let's see. Piece of scrap paper. I don't see a place where this plugs in, so I don't think it's an electric typewriter. Okay, it's been a minute, guys. Okay, that's for the margins. That's for holding the paper up. Oh, yeah, I gotta put it underneath that, too. I figured I'd try the old typewriter out, the new one. Whoops. But the ink is dry, so I have to buy another ink. But, and yeah, that's just a piece of scrap paper. That was that piece that was on the Social Security thing. I can't leave my typewriter sitting here. Charlie Puff will be in it. Gotta figure out where to put that now. Cats are weird. Like, why would she want to put her butt in that? That looks very uncomfortable. I'm having a lot of brain farts today. press pause and unpause, and I instantly paused it again. I found 2 patterns that I've been floating around this house for years. So, I got them at yard sales or resale shops, something like that, 20 cents. But dresses, like just a simple bodice and a triangle. And then this one, man, this one comes with like a giant book, like pattern inventory, and I don't know. But the thing is this is all that's the pattern. But this is with this quick easy skirt pattern. Skirts. Let's see, what size is it? Sized 0 to 18. I knew what I was looking for. This one is size tall. The dress is size tall. Mrs. Pullover. Jumper. Ah, you know what that means? That means these are for the smaller teenager size. Which means, if I can, widen the pattern even more than what's printed on there. Like, I don't even know if this is... Somebody did cut it, it looks like. But yeah, somebody did cut it. No? But let's see. This is a pocket. I was gonna say that's the sleeve, but there's no way that's fitting me. Of course, sleeves never fit me, so it doesn't look like any of them had sleeves anyway. Somebody wrote on this. I don't know, maybe it's the printer that wrote on it. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do that on camera because you're just going to be hearing a whole bunch of paper flipping and stuff I enjoy listening to, but I'm sure that you guys are going to be like, Tressa, you've flipped your lid. And I have. I have flipped my lid. This is honestly 100% my crazy time. What is the year this was? Copyright 1995. Let's see. It's dang near 30 years old for this pattern. And that's the Mrs. dress, which I am not, that's a whole lot of, I don't want to get into it right now. But I picked these up because, like I said, this is just, a bodice and a skirt, which is all that I want. Let's see, when was this printed? This one does not say on the back when it was printed. Maybe it's in this, look at this big giant book. Like they're going to teach you how to sew. Well, no, they do. They do one step at a time. So that's why it's easy sewing, I suppose. Do you have a... Well, it must not be that old. It's got a .com in it. Oh, cat. I wish you would not tear my house apart. Edge stitch ease. It even tells you how to what stitches to use on your sewing machine. I wonder if they know how I'm using my fingers. 1027 zinnia. Isn't on the pattern itself. I've never seen white pattern paper. Is it on the pattern itself? No, I'm going to have to look that one up. Maybe it'll tell me. But it says it's definitely a beginner because it's like a classroom book for it. Oh, wait. Well, that's nice to know. A portion of the proceeds from this pattern goes to animal welfare. Better watch out, animals. They'll take your welfare away, too. I'm going to Google Lens this. Happens to be the pattern. And let's see. It does not say. Ooh, that'd be a neat one to get a hold of right there. But that's not it. This is the pattern. Well, let's say Pinterest. What's Pinterest say about it? I don't have a clue, y'all. It doesn't even say. You know what? Maybe if I said, what year was this printed? In the USA. Okay. 2014. Oh, it's not that old. Okay, that's why I thought, it's got a website. I'm like, it's not that old. So, but 2014's still not that young of a pattern either. Maybe that's why it's on the white. Because traditionally I remember it being on that brown paper, which is called tracing paper. Wow, who would have known? But all of that, they're a little extra with their patterns. Oh, I have that pattern, and I have this one I bought. Just outright bought it. This one's the one I've been working with. So, fun times, guys, fun times. Life's a lot of lemons. And no, I don't want lemonade. No, I don't want, what was it, but the lime and the coconut. I don't want any of that either. I don't know what I want. I want everything and nothing. That's what I want. Everything and nothing. I want to do absolutely everything that's sitting in front of me, but there's so much of it that I just don't want to do it. Any of it. I'm overwhelmed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I picked up that box for Pam, and it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, and like I said, there's not going to be a relationship with Moody again because I'm not going to expect him to come here or me to go there. I'd like us to be cordial. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll take some time. Maybe I'll get over it and we'll just go our ways because that's the way it's got to go. It's just the way it's got to go. I've got to just not worry about it. And no, I'm not obsessing over him. Not even sure why this all of a sudden sprouted up in my head. Yeah, I am. Do you want to know something? I was scrolling through my messages and I had him blocked, but for some reason I could still see that he changed his profile picture. And his profile picture was the sim that I made for him out of The Sims, and I thought, he's thinking about me too. So I reached out and I got a whole lot of, well, I really don't feel the same way. You broke me and you hurt me. But if you want to be friends, I guess, fine, whatever. That's an expected reaction, honestly. I did apologize. He says, I just don't feel the same way about you anymore. And I'm like, I understand that. But our conversation also started going south. And I quit talking at that point. Because something about, oh, I was just a fuzzy on something. And he goes, oh, and I was neglectful. I neglected you. And I said, he says, for the whole 12 years. I said, not for the whole 12 years. But come on, the last year, 15 minutes out of your whole time before you go to bed? That's neglect. Wow, I'm done here. If you either want friendship or nothing. If you want friendship, fine. If you don't, bye. Which, I mean, yes, I understand being rude to somebody that broke up with you. I understand, being sad over that. He had warning after warning after warning after warning, and I need to keep continuing to tell myself this. This is driving me nuts, you guys. This is driving me freaking nuts. And I I don't know. I don't know. I might have to take a bike ride today and just clear my mind. Get out on the bike and go. Because there ain't nothing else clearing my mind. Anyway, this new look pattern, I didn't, let's see, it's from, well, I just bought it this year, so it should be printed this year. I'm sure I know. I'm sure this means something else in sewing terms. But way down at the bottom, there's an asterisk and it says with nap. And then two asterisks without nap. I'm the two asterisks. I'm the two asses. Asterisks. That's in French. Maybe this says on it the instructions. Oh, the instructions. La 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 la. I need to get somewhere where I can cut some cloth out. Well, because of what's going on with the floor and stuff. English, Spanish. Oh. No, it's not even printed on that either. How do they know when patterns are from? You'd think they'd have like a, I don't know. You know how the books have it printed on it when the book was printed? You'd think they'd have that on a pattern. Seersucker. Well. You Don't even say nothing. Printed and designed in the USA. That's it. Oh. Dumb frog. 2025. And you can't see that. One of my pens exploded on me, by the way. I'm turning into a Smurf. So, I need to get a drill. Not get one, but use a drill. I gotta get some nuts and bolts. I have this shelf thing that I can add to the back of my bike that I could put my backpack on if it's too heavy. But I don't have the nuts and bolts. All I got was the frame itself. It's just a long frame that goes over top of your tire, and it's got a big clamp on it. But I don't think it's going to reach down to the tire. And if it did, it might. There's bolts on that back tire that belong to like the engine, the battery or whatever. And I don't want to mess with that. And I don't think it's the legs on it's long enough, so I'd have to bolt it to the frame instead of the tire where it's supposed to go. So that's why I said I need to get bolts and a drill. I need to get typewriter ribbon. And I need to mail the Social Security thing. And I need to mail Pam's package. Mail Pam's package. And then, I don't know. But yeah, I might just get on the bike and clear my head a little bit today, too. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm kind of itching to do that. I wonder what the weather is. I don't know, you guys. Might get up and go. It went when the sunshine left. It's only going to be 71 degrees today. Oh, I need to get my other lamp up. I charged it the other day. It means I have to move that lamp. It means I have to move the bike. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just talking to you guys. My energy, any of that is just, it went away. I'll see you in the spring. That's how I told everybody. I'm like, hey, man, you know when it's springtime? Springtime is when you see Aunt T popping up outside some more. Because otherwise, I stay inside. I mean, why does she do that? She does that. Squeaky does it too. All the time. Scratch it, scratch, 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 scratch. The only thing I can think of is they're trying to escape. I mean, again, cats are nothing but kidnap survivors with Stockholm Syndrome. I doubt that they really have Stockholm Syndrome. Do they really love you? No, they just depend on you because you kidnapped them and made them live in here. Some of the lucky few, if you want to call this luck, get to go outside. Mine do not. Mine do not, A, because Doobie's not fixed, and B, because they got the ages they are by living in the house. Because if they were outside, a hawk or an eagle or something like that would have already eaten them. My neighbor got all mad at me a few years ago. She's driving down the road looking for her new kitten. And she's like, did you know, I can't find my cat. And I'm like, I haven't seen him. She says, do you think the people down at the end of the road may have expired my cat with a metal projectile that goes bang? And I said, probably not. I said, you'd probably got picked up by a hawk or an eagle. She says, you think something? I'm like, well, keep your cat inside. Seriously, if you don't want your cat to be somebody's prey, because an eagle will take one of my adult cats. An eagle will take a chicken. We saw that one time. Grabbed a chicken and just flew off with it. So she's like, because I asked her, is it an indoor or an outdoor kitty? Is this one that escaped or one that you let outside? Why let him outside? Cats that live outside live less years than cats that live inside. Is the cats that live outside versus the cats that live inside better quality? I don't know. Because there's different factors. Like, okay, I'm an indoor cat person. I have to live with crap boxes around my house. Boxes collecting crap. You don't have to do that if you're an outdoor cat person. The only reason these guys have fleas is I brought one in that was used to being outside that had fleas. Otherwise, they didn't have them before. So that's another factor is you're more likely to have fleas in your home if you have outdoor cats. So they're a little less maintenance. Litter box wise, but you still got to keep those off of them or they're in your house or on you. So, I mean, like I said, there's pros and cons to all of them. Like, if you want to go out for a vacation for a week, set your cat outside. If we come back, you don't know if they're going to come back to you or not. Come back, you don't know if they've been eaten. So I personally I hear owls outside at night. I hear coyotes outside at night. I hear the things that would be eating my cats. They're out there. So the moral of the story is if you seriously want your cat to live longer and don't be somebody's prey, keep them inside. Or have the knowledge that this may happen. And I know that's your friend and stuff like that, but either be free or be eaten or be held captive inside of a big huge box with your humans. Or be feral. I choose to be feral. Can you tell? Guys, I don't know where this is going today. I'm going to go. So I'm going to say thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye. Hello. Hey. Hi, guys. How you doing? My Taz hat. Anyway, you open a box and there's a bunch of these. And then underneath all of these, because there's 12 in there, are these. And you're supposed to just, and that's what I've been doing, building these things. I built that, that box came to me today too, the big 75-gallon one. Was I so mad? I got it together, got it filled, and then decided I was going to move it. I'm folding these tabs down. There's a reason. Anyway, I decided I was going to move the thing after I got it filled. The bottom decided to start coming off. So I hurried up and I scooched it over there. I'm like, I'm not moving that again anyway. So on both ends, you push the tabs in. These look like critter cages, you guys. You guys. I'm so used to vlogging. I mean, and then, how am I going to do this? There's a track on the back, and this is kind of difficult, and I have to take my glasses off to do it. This part's a little difficult, but you just basically, because it's floppy and flimsy at this point, you gotta, oh, did you hear the click? And then now this side's up, and then you just kind of put it in the track, and click, it's in, it's on, right? Do the same with the top. Make sure that, because this comes with clips on it here and on the bottom, because they will clip together too. And I think they're just shoe boxes, really. You know what? It'd probably be easier if I did it this way, upside down. I would have to take my glasses back. This part is tricky. And as long as you get it lined up. Glasses, no glasses. Glasses, no glasses. All right. I'm just trying to hurry. There, click. And on this side, go in, click, in that box. I mean, it's a little bit, but I'll show you what else I did. Because I used to just shoving stuff in my cupboard. But I got books under them so I can open the... Call me a liar. See? They shouldn't. They might be able to still. But my biggest worry was setting the stuff on the board inside of there rather than that. So anyway, and then I didn't build any there. I have this one built. Oh, I have one built over here. It's just stacked by itself because it's got, here's where my mess. I gotta clean my bedroom. But right down there, it's got all my embroidery floss in it. So, and I found out that this here will move from here to over there easily. I don't need to be in that bed. I don't need to be in that bed unless my legs start hurting. Disclaimer, he has me blocked now. So that's that for that. He's got his life. And I need to be done. And I'm done with it. I'm done. That's it. I need to just don't worry about it. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. So there we go. Maybe I won't be pining over him anymore.